sure how they decide when that actually gets.
Okay. Well, we can fix it to a time.
Yeah.
A time.
But I mean, if you were to just say, okay, cool, everything prior to 2016 or 2016 before you used exclude, then that already filters down a lot. Because I can't imagine that anyone's going to need to access everything. With all that, yeah.
Then you said a time machine.
Yeah. A travel date. Okay, so we've got travel dates of like 2003. That's pretty cool. And we've got travel dates all the way up until 2021. So, Joel Test Group Book. Status, ZA. Okay. Oh, so we do have an SAGR here. Okay. I'm very interested to see what it is.
It's like it's got lots of colours.
I don't remember. It's all cancelled.
Yeah.
All cancelled. Ooh, and we got some initial status. Oh, that's a nice touch. That you've actually got the status at the bottom again.
Yeah.
The status, sort of.
Oh yeah, because you've got a lot to scroll down.
And then you can also say show a max of 30 entries, or you can say all.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I did see that bar jump a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So Lana, they did kind of include our same colours as into a plan. Yeah, you can see the colours a lot better on that screen than I can see here.
Also, there's a button to confirm. I mean, toggle whether you include the confirm service lines or not.
Okay, so that's just excluding.
Yeah, that probably needs some on and off.
Okay, so let's go and see IS, QT, BR. Yeah, these are all going to be, at least for a while. Let's see. Okay, this is kind of CF. Oh, that's FE. CF, FE, CX, CF, FE. There we go. Okay, so we've got most of those are invoiced, and then we've got a fully booked. So then I could go and say GPS verification. I don't know if there's any flights in this one. I guess we'll find out now. And then you just go click here to verify. It's quite nice to see.
Yeah.
It's good. Oh, fast. Back. So here you can say toggle confirm services. So that just okay. So that just hides. Is that just to hide the fully booked and cancelled?
I suppose if you just want to see what needs to be done still.
Okay. What's actually still happening in there? I want to find one with some flights. No, okay, I'll just go back. I see. What's by status level? Make life a bit easier. In progress. These are all Abans. Oh, and Aban groups. ABGR. Never seen those before. So there's a lot of booking groups.
SAGR, is that the new thing?
SAGR is groups.
Yeah. Oh, I only know it now. And FI is FI2.
Correct. So it's like South African groups, and then AB is Abang groups, and then ABFI is Abang Free Independent, and then SAFI is South African Free Independent. So AAA is considered South African, and Abang's considered Abang. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, 2005. We might find some that are like a mess from 2005. Don't worry, you haven't missed much, Stephen.
You're just going through
All your hard work. VC. I don't know what that is. We've never used that.
What?
That status before. VC.
Very close.
Very, very closed. Because they're all cancelled.
Burnt down. That's B.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming those colours mean something to you.
They're just versions of the Turkmen colours.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can recognize.
Well, that pink would mean something like it's either amended, so it's not used. Shades of pink and shades of red are not used. It's not happening. We used to have initial status as pink, which was very confusing because like it's the very first one that gets entered into the booking. So I was like, no, you've got like 12 different shades of pink and red that all mean cancelled and you're not using them. And then you've got your initial status as pink, which means that you've still got to do everything on that. So I was like, no, that's not happening. We're going to change it to like a light
It's a
grey.
good call.
Yeah.
So it's very, like quite a light grey. Just to be like, you've done nothing with this.
Yeah.
It's pending.
Yeah.
Do something. Let's actually go and GPS verification.
So I guess the question behind the question is that consultants would know what the colour coding.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. Okay, well the DNUs kind of make sense. But there.
So 9 failed.
Yeah. So Run Wild, okay, that's gonna most probably be a excursion. So that's not really an issue because we don't have excursions showing up on the map at the moment. Sunshine Guest House, that is a problem. And then we got Run Wild again. DNU, not a problem. DNU, not a problem. Let's go and figure out why. So usually this is what I've been doing. Just copy that.
Not sure if I still.
Did I not? No, did it unselect itself at the last second? The screen is terrible, so it's actually easy on there. Oh, sorry.
Backwards.
So a trackpad is not my friend. Okay, so it looks like it's at the right place, but it's just that distance from a road. Which, if we zoom in,
Does that matter?
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
so that's what? That's about 40 meters, maybe 50. We're still trying to figure out like what that threshold,
Yeah,
what the threshold is.
But sometimes if you put the
But I
directions,
mean,
you
they
can
know
find
where
it.
they are now, right? If the place is there.
Yeah, but sometimes what happens is if it's too far from a road, then Maps.me just goes, I can't figure out where this is because the clients have got to walk 50 meters. So then it doesn't even direct them to the end of the road. It just says point not found.
Yeah.
And
So,
this is the GPS that the place
well,
gave.
if you just do that and you just have a look at it, okay, so that's where the place
It's
is.
probably where that
Oh, so
house
we-
is.
Go and do that.
We need to.
So I've just
It
been.
needs to be relevant to where they would park the car.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dead off the road.
Usually there's like, it's like you have arrived and then you're like, oh, I see the entrance. So
Yeah, we kind of figure it out.
it's, I don't think it's rocket science to figure out. Oh, this is actually zooming me in.
So you have to grab the nearest road.
Yeah, so I'll just, like, I'm trying to figure out where the road turns in because this looks like a road here. But then that's like a house, so does the road turn in there?
Doesn't
So otherwise, no. Yeah, sorry, I'm grabbing a mouse quick. Let's see if I can actually put my down the road. No? No? But you can view here.
It's funny, you throw in the walking path.
Yeah. Maybe it'll give us a better idea. Okay.
Is that the entrance?
Yeah.
So we can use that GPS one.
But it's not on a road, so it's still going to give me the issue. So let's just try and figure out
Reverse
exactly.
Let's just drive there
That's,
with Agabus GPS.
But
Oh,
that's
this
kind
guy's
of,
busy taking that's the guy with his selfie stick. Can we just okay?
but this is kind of where that supplementary directions come into play as well.
Yeah.
If we put the point at the main road and then we say, hey, turn left onto this road, drive 3 k's on the dirt road.
You have to have that because every location
Yeah,
is unique.
and it's, yeah.
It's like, there's some guest house in Casper, the driveway is almost vertical. So you want to say, like, if you're driving Formula 1 car, don't try and get out.
So I'm just gonna place it on this road here somewhere because that road kind of ends, and that's the only road within. Oh no, there is. See now they may have come off here and gone up, but Google's not going to allow them to do that. This is usually where I would go into tour plan, read inside inquiry notes like how did we used to direct them. Or I'll go into the website to just kind of figure it out. Otherwise, I mean, just pinning it something like there is on the closest road that's identifiable, and that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Plug that in and see if it works.
But now I need to, what's here? Grab that. Go into tour plan.
So the next step would be that you could fix it through the dashboard itself, not going into tour plan.
When we figure out the writing into tour plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
Don't you?
pretty much sorted.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, we managed to sort it out, so that's
So that, yeah, that should fix it now. I've gone and entered it in, so that's.
That would actually be the first thing to work on the
It's a
customer.
single field.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
else has changed.
Nothing else.
No one else has
And
ever
it's not
edited
life
it.
changing if something goes wrong.
Yeah, and it's
And
good
it's
stuff.
safe.
It's a safe thing you can monitor.
Test in staging or in not in the training database.
Yeah.
That should be easy enough. Yeah.
For now, yeah.
Yeah. So we don't mess up these GPS.
No.
Yeah. So I think
And see if it crashes to a plan.
it's really only that one. I mean, that's closed down. DNU. That was the only one that was slightly off the road. Otherwise, okay, Sunshine. So Sunshine Guest House didn't get anything at all. So now it's a matter of actually going and seeing. Where was it? So this doesn't give us. What else does it give us?
But that's the other question: is you want to link the accommodation in the modal or in that view to the information about that accommodation. Well, I mean that's the best way to do it. Then you can edit it in place.
Like as you're doing the verification.
No, I think you could maybe click on the actual accommodation and and you could view.
Like here, like
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
okay, I see what you
Yeah.
yeah.
to edit it.
Yeah, then you can edit. You can see the rest of the information because like you might not be sure about what that particular accommodation is doing.
Okay. I guess from here they've already kind of booked it, so
Yeah.
shouldn't book accommodation.
unless you're a bum.
Because there's no what? Because there's no information or.
No, because most of the GPS are wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, they just don't know where the place is, but they don't. Yeah, they don't use that for their
It's not
So
self-drives.
itineraries. No, they are self drives, but what they do is they type in the accommodation's name into Google. They find out where it is. They link their previous accommodation there on the map. They screen grab that, save it into a Word doc, and then they save all the step-by-step directions underneath it. The step-by-step directions like we previously had. Well, that we've got on the online version of the doc. So,
That sounds like quite laborious.
but that's that's the procedure as far as I understand. Okay, so we've verified GPS points, and now we know sort of how to fix it. What did I want to see? Sunshine. That one. So see, there's nothing here. It's in Vic Falls.
I stayed there.
Is it?
It's in Florida.
Oh. No, doesn't want to find it for us. No, it's not what we want to either. So,
Maybe find it on Google.
yeah, then we go. Doesn't know what that is. Right, so. That's Bobat Primary School. Corner of Bobat and Arcade.
Maybe the place doesn't exist anymore.
Acacia. Yes, that could be true. Why is
What
the-
year was this booking?
2005.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is it?
Robert Mugabe sold it.
It's now a school.
I didn't see anything.
I don't.
Possible.
I don't see Bobat. I mean, Bobat Primary School, but. I don't see Bobat.
Maybe check if the guest house still exists.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
Maybe just type in Bayobab Drive or Acacia Drive.
It's gonna take me somewhere in Cape Town or.
Or Vic Falls behind it.
That's what I had. Didn't wanna.
Did they have a website listed on the profile?
Let's have a look.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not listed as DNU in our system, and it's not marked as deleted either. So it does mean that it could still be.
If we can't find it, how can
Yeah.
our guests find it?
That's the other thing.
Could have changed the name maybe, but then you would have updated it.
Yeah, but I could also couldn't find.
Doesn't help that they don't have a website.
Hmm. So,
Yeah, go broad.
very broad. Right.
Is it? No. It's nothing there.
Maybe they moved.
Updated. That's Zoom yellow.
We could send them a message on Facebook.
We could call them.
You could phone them actually.
Yeah. We've got the contact numbers. Where are you?
Do you have any?
Let's actually see if we've got in the notes category where they are. No map. Route description English.
Blank.
Let's see. Maybe the Dutch people know how to get. No, Germans no. No one knows how to get there. That's very interesting. So,
But if you just type in Acacia Drive, Victoria Falls, don't you get the right street then?
let's try. Is it right? I don't know. How am I spelling this wrong? Wait. No, it is right, isn't it?
Mm. But Drive.
Yeah. Oh, Durban Drive.
Okay.
Cape Town.
Near Bob's Way.
What is it, Cape Town?
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Near Blue Dance.
Okay, let's just not use that supplier.
To change the supply, we couldn't find it.
Yeah. Control Alt Delete. Let's start again.
Also full.
Never give up on your suppliers.
Okay, so we couldn't find them. I don't know how the clients are going to.
But when was the booking?
Yeah, this is 2005.
No one's
Alright,
happy.
so now we don't have to worry.
No.
October 2005. Yeah.
That's nice. That's why you've never heard from those guys that were in.
With the clients.
Yeah.
They got lost.
Is a Sunshine Lodge, Victoria Falls?
Oh, that could be it. We've got a lot of those cases where it'll be lodge
Goes
instead.
to guest house.
Well, it may have been upgraded from a guest house to a lodge, so that makes sense.
Oh, is Sunshine Guest House?
Vic Falls as well.
Mm.
So it's just my Google that's broken. Okay. Alana, do you have a Safi that you want to check? I know off the top of your head.
No, but that's it.
I wrote one down earlier. 148863. Maybe? Did I actually get that right?
They are traveling now.
Wow. Actually got that right. Oh, we don't have agents. I mean, consultants. That's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, it's quite a big one as well. That was quite a nice choice. Okay. GPS verification. Click yes.
Maybe it's not linked.
It could be because it's PRI. It's a private agent, so it's used by lots of consultants.
Oh.
It's probably the case. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, looking at these, I've probably checked every single one of these on a GPS on Maps.me 30 times. Yeah.
So we as consultants can't do this check, huh?
Yeah, that's the whole idea. Is this is my login that I'm working on,
If we
which
do
I can
this,
see all Safis.
Well, maybe we can
but
maybe we can
yours-
swap and then
Mm.
give you a chance to try it and see if you. Because if
And then I can go and try that. Yeah.
yeah, no, if we can get feedback from everybody, that would be great.
What else is needed? What else is?
Yeah. Or just see if they find the navigation is understandable or
Mm.
difficult or easy or
I
whatever.
want to see if I can do verify booking sequence. I don't think I've done that yet. So, ooh,
Could be because, see, there's 3 lines for day 1.
day one, day one, day one.
Mm.
and it's
Well, that's right. First one's the
Accommodation.
24th and then it goes to the 16th.
Yeah. So it could be that, could it be the status of those?
look at the pickup and drop off dates. That's one. So the pickup and drop off make no sense as per the sequencing. Because why would you have the sequence of the first thing is 6 days later,
Correct.
and then you've got 4 days for Zulu.
So,
That's not, sorry, 3 days. That's not a cancelled service line, is it? No. Go.
Well, it either would be Pazula or 9 Treetop, so it probably is a
Yeah.
cancelled one.
Oh,
Huh?
sorry, Joe. If you go back to sequencing, if you just scroll down, I don't know if there's any flights on this booking.
That makes sense.
No, okay. Because then if there was, then you'd see it would show the flight and what's the previous and the next line. So then you
Okay.
can say, okay, this is not going to show up on the map.
Okay.
So that,
So if I go back and I just have a look at, okay, so these are my colours. There we've got Pazulu, which is on the 21st. Okay, so these are 2 IT service lines, and that's why. That is why, which is just initial status, so nothing's actually been done with them. But it
So-
still doesn't make sense that in sequencing they're entered so much later. But that just means that the pickup drop-off dates are wrong rather than anything else.
I think I really look for service lines of AC. I don't look at IT when I'm doing the sequencing. I'm not sure.
So IT is just like
The initial status.
initial status, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you mean like the confirmed ones? So
Yeah.
it's just because this IN is invoiced and this KK is confirmed.
Yeah.
So when you're doing, but this is Lion Treetop and Uluzi. Okay, so you could go 12. Oh, okay, and then,
Yeah.
so it does
And
know.
the folders are, because that's when you see it on the travel guide, basically.
Okay, so if we go verify booking sequence. Okay, so we do, that does actually show up here, and then that Lion Treetop. So it's these 2 that actually could be excluded because of their service, their status, because they're just IT. So in this case, it's not actually throwing it out because they're IT. Yeah.
So just run past it
In human speak.
in human speak, yes, in English.
So- These 2 services, if we go back, these 2 services are not confirmed.
But
they were
I'm
inserted.
focusing on those dates.
Yeah.
It's about the date sequence.
Correct.
So is it because it defaults to a particular date that you input in? Why is it giving the date of the 15th?
They must have been inserted on the 15th.
Yeah, and then they just changed the
So does it pick
sequencing.
up the date that because
Oh,
you're
because
just
it's-
putting in?
Initial status, it won't pick up
Let's
anywhere.
go and have a look.
You know what
actually.
I'm trying to say? Where did they get the date from?
You manually insert it.
Let's go find a date.
Because you can get lots of sequences.
It could also be because we don't have the two-way sync, then it doesn't remove them if they get removed in protocol. So they could still
That-
have the system.
That could be true. That they put 3 in,
Just as a placeholder type thing,
Yeah.
and then
sent out some requests or something,
Yeah,
and then
something.
they got one back immediately. So like, actually, we'll just move the other
Yeah.
2 too.
that could be the case.
that's a good point.
They may have even put them in as initially as part of the quote.
Isn't
that
that
should be
something
on
we can check
T.
quickly though? If we're able to read directly from the token database, then that's a good thing to check for when we're doing the sequencing.
Well, yeah, if we move over to
They were
just using the 12 line,
Yeah.
then that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Because then
So they were
At
removed.
least if
They were
we
deleted.
had moved over, but we're still able to read from
Oh,
both.
it's actually.
Just the problem solving thing.
Oh,
'Cause
maybe we could do that. Right?
that might.
Although when we generate the travel guide, we still use our database.
Yeah, but at the sequencing level, we could do it. We just
Oh,
check
just to check that.
just to isolate the problem.
Because in theory, it's not out of sequence. Because they
Yeah.
removed it from
Because
the
it has to
source.
use.
Yeah.
There we go. We can actually check the difference. Those two don't show up at all. They've been deleted altogether. What I suspect happened is originally the travel date was set for the 15th.
Mm.
They started by inserting them because they're all set to day one, are they not? These ones.
Oh yeah, for those ones.
They were set to day one. They inserted these two service lines to give them options. And then the clients changed their travel day. So they changed the whole day of the booking to the 21st instead of the 15th. And then they were just like, okay, cool, just delete the service lines. So
Okay, so we understand why we've got that.
Yeah.
Stephen, what happens when they don't become itinerary? Are those shown itinerary or not?
No, those shouldn't show on the item because they have the states
IT, yeah.
So
So in the sequencing, we can exclude IT from the sequencing tool. Yeah.
it should be like it's.
Because
Yeah.
that's what it was doing here. So
Yeah.
it was, if you go verify,
Yeah, it's included.
yeah, it's included. So we can exclude that because
Okay, so we'll-
just to give yourself less work in the future. Because then they're going, why is it kicking them out? Oh, I didn't actually include them. So cool. Let's hand over to Alana. Log out. Okay. CloudSync.
Yeah, but that just basically does a comparison between the cloud database and the tour guide database.
So we find out how far the sync is.
But at the moment, we just basically do record counts
Mm.
because seeing the progress is a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
But I think the easiest next step would just be to color code the ones that aren't equal,
Mm.
and that way you get a quick sense of the
Yeah,
progress.
yeah.
So basically, the cloud is 2 records behind in
Two bookings, yeah, basically.
in BHD,
Yeah.
and you got BSL, which is way more.
That's problematic.
Booking
Because-
service lines.
Yeah.
So
This is the thing. I don't know if this is actually valuable to you because
we've deleted 6,000 service lines
This
in the, in the last 3 hours.
I think we need to go away and do just a little bit more work on this because it's
Well, the
not,
thing is-
not that user friendly, but it gives you a good idea of the deletion issue. Because
Yes,
we can
but
see
there are two ways.
immediately that BSL is to do with the fact that we're not
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
across the deletion. So what would you like to see? I mean, I would imagine that you want to know when the last sync took place.
I would
Yeah.
think that.
Last, like if you did a completion time here
Mm.
as last sync completed,
Yeah.
or even if you did like a last sync started and completed,
Yeah.
that could help. So that people know, okay, well the last sync started at 11:05.
Mm.
I was entering my documents at 11:03, like entering all my changes at 11:03.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's going to pull through, and then it'll just say last completed was last night at midnight or whatever.
Yeah.
So then they know that okay, well it was yesterday that the last one was completed.
I think even
That
that
helps.
is
Too
valuable
complex.
because you know exactly that
Yeah.
when the
Like-
changes came across.
Yeah. Like the table, the names and the records. I'm not sure what value that is because I mean I'm sure not everyone knows what PhD is. I mean I look at it.
It's good for the support team.
I mean that's it's sort of
It doesn't hurt anyone.
no, it doesn't really. I mean there you can see that you've got 10 more since the last sync.
Mm.
So it is.
I think just a percentage bar of, just showing the if you see green, 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 red, and you can quickly look at the red ones and maybe you can tell what goes on.
Yeah.
So just help me understand this as well. Is this a snapshot snapshot as at when?
No.
Right now.
At now? Okay.
Because we now have the connection to the tour plan database in place, we can actually get live counts for the
Okay.
details, I mean, for the data.
So that it is good for support.
So,
Yeah.
They can actually get a good picture of
Mm.
the status.
I was gonna say for the consultants, maybe just like a loading bar
Yeah.
with the percentage,
to show
and
that,
yeah, and it's got like if it's busy syncing,
Mm.
or since how long it hasn't been synced or whatever, you can have it just like as an orange and it's like 58% or whatever,
Yeah.
and then as soon as the sync's complete, boop, it'll go to 100,
Yeah.
and then it could have like a timestamp beneath
Yeah.
it.
I think all of those things.
I don't know if that's.
It's possible.
We just look at whatever's sort of makes the most sense and simplest to achieve.
Yeah, let's think about it
Yeah.
for a few days.
But I mean, the discrepancy between like
Mm.
record numbers, I mean, that's just because we don't have a two-way sync in place.
Mm.
Correct.
Because things get added and you don't delete them, so it's like
Mm.
6,000 record difference. So it's quite weird.
Okay, that's those ITs. That was
The ITs,
two ITs right there, just in that booking,
And
and that's where the 6,000 is made up of.
yeah, basically.
And once again, there we go. We see the packs.
The packs as well, that's another.
We had extra packs traveling.
Yes.
Okay. We have like 400 extra people traveling. That's incredible. Okay, but and
But is that from the last sync? Like new bookings? No?
So this is everything in total. Yeah. And that's how many records in total. So when they do a sync, it sort of updates all of that into there. It just copies all of that over.
So Lana,
from
in theory,
that.
it should, after sync, straight after sync, it should be equal.
Yeah.
But we do know that if it hasn't had a sync, then there should be more records in full plan
Then in.
than the other one.
Oh.
Where
So-
there's a case it's the opposite way around, we know what the reason is. It's because we haven't continued with the deletion of
Mm.
records. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
BHD is booking.
That's the header, so that's like
Okay.
with all your main booking, like all the
Booking
details.
metadata.
Kind of, yeah. It's like your main stuff.
Okay.
Like which was the agent, who was the consultant that created it.
Okay. So
When it was updated.
it wouldn't be like we've basically got 2 more SAFIs that have been created since the last sync.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. So
that's basically it.
okay. That I mean.
That's one.
I think that row should be highlighted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Like even there we see it says latest selfie, you see it's 153096 and the other one is 494.
Yeah. So there you go. You can see the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, I mean, Stephen and I can sit and just sort of work out a way that will make the most sense to
Yeah.
the consultants. I mean,
I think
now
so.
that you've explained it, totally makes sense to me. If
Yeah.
I had to just sort of look at it for a little bit, yeah, no, makes sense. But I think if the consultants go and open this, they go, what the hell's going
What's
on?
going on?
And I'm sure Alon will agree. They'll look at this and go,
No, it's, I think so.
but we said that the last one completed at 12:30. So how does that make sense?
I
So
think what they would like to see is when is the next one?
yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
that's what they're all asking Joel.
Could do a countdown timer to the next one.
Oh, I have to automate that. So,
Well, look, there's a lot to
Yeah.
consider.
yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I've looked at anything else. User profile. Okay. So
So these are the coming